We all in Dallas, we sit in politics. Music, sports, and Mr. Stock with it. Nike, Peanut, D and Diamond. Intro lit is poppy rhyming. New wave lit is perfect timing. Say less, we on our grinding. Say less, the podcast lit is so defining. Say less, making movies fast or then rewinding. Say less, we popping here in every climate. You know them charts be climbing, that melanin be shining. Brothers shining, music, sports, pop culture. Check the sculpture, getting rid of culture vultures. Kobe Bryant on our posters, Biggie Pac on down to Texas. Pimp C, Bun B, down to Oklahoma. Man, you know we gotta keep it G. From the A to the Bay, and you know we hit LA. Go to Texas, go to Oklahoma. You know we don't play. Everybody listen in, they gon' hear what we gon' say. Everybody know it's lit, everybody know it's shit. Just say less. Everybody rockin' with us, just say less. Everybody rockin' with us, just say less. Podcast lit, baby, just say less. And we climbing up the charts, just say less.
Hey man, one thing about Mozzie, he is gonna make you step your bars up, boy. Man, that's a YG we've been missing, man.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I just played a whole bunch of random songs off of a playlist. I was not prepared at all.
Oh yeah, man. You played that.
And I was just hoping that they fit.
Man, long live Osama 3 Laden, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
That sounded prepared to me.
It sounded like it actually. I was like clicking on it. I'm like, man, I hope it works because we ain't got no turntables.
Hey, it worked. It worked.
Man, how was y'all week, man?
Whoo-wee. I had a week. Boy.
Davell's pockets on flat.
Boy, negative flat. Yeah. Boy, my week was it was exhausting. I'm broke.
Big broke.
Man, you was going what 4 or 5 days?
She called me big broke.
Bro, yeah.
I make that wallet broke.
About 4-5 days in a row, but it turned out good, man. She had a good time. It was a lot of fun and everything like that. So it was worth it. But I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna take a step back for a little bit.
You only got what a little month and a half before your birthday shenanigans, so you gotta re-up before then.
Boy, hey, now Davell, man, you taking a step back, bro?
That's a lot. You know he blew a bag.
Hey, like at this time, I had to send the mass email to the parties and stuff like that. At this time, I just think it's best for me to just focus on myself and my growth. So yeah, man, that's what we on right now.
Man, Dallas must have treated you well this weekend, bro.
It was fun. I had a good time, man. It was a lot of fun, a lot of energy.
Can we have a moment of silence for Davell's pockets?
Please.
And we back.
My GoFundMe is at Please Save Davell.
Please. So you went from Saved by Davell to Please Save Davell.
Please Save Davell.
Man. Hey man, it's like that, man. When you get in relationships, man.
Hey man, nobody told me about this. This wasn't in the training video.
Hey, they didn't tell you about this part of the game.
Yeah, that intro video had nothing but flowers and hugs and kisses and all good times.
Love in your time.
And
lights and
they
didn't tell me nothing about this. What page was this on in the manual?
Page 15.
I missed that one.
It was in the prelude. You didn't see that? Everybody always skip over the prelude.
Yeah, man, they didn't tell me about that. That was in them that I agree statement. Them
The fine print.
The fine print.
Terms and conditions.
The terms and conditions. I skipped through that part. I skipped through that.
Yeah, man. Nah. But safe to say, my dog was living his life this weekend, man.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Well, welcome back to another episode of the Sayless podcast. If you don't know by now, I go by the name of Young Nikes, aka Nike 2 Wavy.
Oh, they call me Big Broke. Big Broke.
Bro.
It's your boy Vel, man. Saved by Davell. Swear to God, Vel. All them Vels.
We all Vel.
Yeah, man, and it's one half of the spineless man of the podcast.
And the masculine woman.
Yeah, man, that's afraid to say what they want to say. Your boy, Peanut, aka Dad Bod. What's happening?
Man, nice segue, man, into that. Because we deserve a round of applause, really. We deserve a round of applause because we hit our first milestone, folks. We got YouTube haters. YouTube haters.
Yeah, man, that shit is crazy, man. Like if you wouldn't have sent it, I wouldn't have seen it.
Man,
I wouldn't have seen it, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah, I seen it pop up in our email, and like usually I just like go and delete like all the junk mail, and I was like, you got new YouTube comments. I was like, let me check it out, and I seen that. I said, oh hell no,
man.
I gotta send this to the group chat because that was hilarious. I was like, man, nigga, we made it.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, man. I thought it was real funny, and I'm like, I think I clearly said on the podcast, I was like, he made some good points. He made some good points. There were some points I agree with, but to say that you just believe 100% everything he says, I think that's foolish. You shouldn't believe 100% nobody say, but no, I do think Kevin Samuels makes some points. Like I don't just disagree with everything he says, but at the end of the day, if it comes down to me being liked by y'all niggas or women, I'ma choose the women every time.
All day,
y'all
man.
Gonna be upset at me. Y'all gonna be upset at me because I'm
all day, bro.
Hey, we could be having a conversation right in there, just us guys. As soon as a woman come around, I'm gonna start backtracking. These boy. Nah, but nah.
That's what's wrong with America today. You see these brothers over here in this circle?
Let's read the exact comments. I know
Yeah,
we posted it to our social media. If you don't follow us at the Sayless Pod on Instagram, and the comments read. So one of them said, "What a bunch of simps."
I have simped in my life.
Who hasn't? I mean, honestly,
I have many simping moments.
And then the second comment was, these two spineless men are afraid to speak their minds. This repulsive, masculine woman. And this is
so
all caps.
You repulsive.
I'm repulsive.
Oh, okay, I didn't get that either. Okay.
I didn't even realize. They said you was repulsive.
Yeah, I'm repulsive.
Oh, okay.
And why are these men on this broadcast walking on eggshells? Why are they so afraid to say that they agree with 95% of what Kevin says? We as men need
Why
to
that
stop
exact number?
sugarcoating things.
Why that exact number? Why get 95%? They agree with 95. He didn't go for 100.
Yeah,
he was
95.
trying to give some leeway.
95.
That's because he heard you. He heard you. And you said you agreed. So.
And then I think even clearly in like the comments, we was like, Davell was trying to like bring me along and make me agree with some of the stuff that Kevin was saying, and I was just not having it. So,
man, Kevin Samuels must be a trigger word.
It must be because
it has to be a trigger.
I think he got a cult.
I see though. Yeah, no. Definitely, it's a lot of men, and I get it. He caters to the man, the black man, and it's easy for men to see that and champion that, especially like with his content, and you basically you telling people what they want to hear, and I mean, so I get why they going hard for him.
Yeah.
Those two brothers that probably they weren't even brothers. Those two men that comment on there probably single. Ain't doing nothing with
but
their
you know
lives.
what? They could be women though.
One of them may be a woman. The other one had a profile picture. He was clearly a guy.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah, one of them could be a woman, but
you think one of them was a woman?
Man, I've seen this comment section, and some women agree with him like wholeheartedly and shit like that. Just like I don't know, man. Like Derek Jackson, people who was agreeing with the silly shit he was saying, and then the tables got turned. I think this is gonna be the same. I'm not wishing that the bad on him, but it's gonna be.
Yeah, I think people just get easily triggered.
Yeah,
They get very easily triggered, especially when you don't agree with how they see it. And I kind of thought we had a ranging view of views because I feel like Nike was completely against it.
Yeah.
I felt like I was like, okay, he's got points, but I don't agree 100%. Like it's not. And then you got Peanut also in the middle of that too. So I thought there was some different views.
I was just laughing at the statistics, bro. Like, that shit.
I just want to know why 95%.
Yeah.
But we appreciate comments like that.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I mean, hey, we're not meant to be. We try not to be a biased podcast, but sometimes we are more biased than other days. But we appreciate it. And I mean, I appreciate you for tuning into our video show. Get us some more streams and views. I appreciate that.
And everybody,
tell your friends.
Everybody has their biases. Like everybody has. You have the way you grew up, the things you've seen, the things you've experienced. It's gonna shape the way you see things and what agrees with you and what sits in your spirit.
Right.
Not everything Kevin Samuel says sits in my spirit. Some of it, I'm like, okay, that's a good point. Honestly, I was really curious about that 1 in 4 stat that he kept saying that 1 in 4 black women get married today, basically.
He said black women or he said women?
Black women.
Oh, he said black. Okay. So
black women.
Okay.
So, because when, and I know we'll get into Dr. Umar later on, he mentioned that exact same stat. Mm-hmm. Also, he said 1 in 4 black women get married today. So I did do a little bit of research. I wasn't, doing 1,000%. But from what I was finding, like back in 2006, I believe the marriage rate for black women was at like 39% or something like that. I saw one for 2015, 16, something like that. It was, I think, low 30s. So I'm gonna assume that stat that he gave is probably pretty close to accurate. So if that is the case, that 1 in 4 black women get married today, like, first of all, how do y'all react to that? Because that was a crazy stat to me. It just kind of just like, I would have never thought that, honestly.
I mean, I don't think it's not surprising to me because I think I need to see the stats compared to every other race and then also gender.
Yeah, well, one they compared to was white women, which they said was closer to 50%.
Okay, now we know white women. They it's like I'm not even gonna get into that conversation, but I feel like people that I grew up with, that from high school, let's say like my high school classmates and stuff like that were white, they were like quick to get married right off the bat. Like it's like something that they do like immediately.
That's a good point.
They don't really care about anything else. They just like, I need to be married. And usually it's kind of weird because I feel like, like white women date up. So they'll date like an older white guy that's like financially stable and everything else. Mm-hmm. And like, or they'll date like a basketball player or something like that. But they always date where there's money.
It's a come up.
Yeah, pretty much a come up. And then I think that when black women get married, they do it for love, honestly, because you're not just about to be committed to somebody just cause, Yeah. So, and you want somebody to build with. You don't want to have somebody that just has all the money and they're gonna just completely take care of you financially. You want to have somebody that you can build everything with, like to share some type of shared visions and goals or something like that. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll get into Dr. Umar, but he was on in his interview this past week. He said that people should look to marry based on business and not love. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing him, but that was pretty much the gist of it. People should marry on for the basis of business and not love, because if it's business, then everything, the household, the finances, everything would be taken care of. But and that made me think about, have you heard of Derek Grace? Mm-mm. Yeah, so Derek Grace, he's a dude from Florida. He has a real big social media presence, and he talks about generational wealth and stuff like that. And he actually has 2 women that he's in a relationship with, and they have their kids, and it's just him. And he was talking about how the reason why people should look into being, I guess, is polyamorous. Should look into polyamory because of the statistics that we've already talked about. you know.
So with this polygamous arrangement, would first of all, I don't know. Okay, so this dude, Derek Grace, is he black? He's black.
Yeah, he's black.
Okay,
Yeah.
so both his girls is black too.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Actually, I think I did see a post about him recently. So
that's interesting. Yeah, because I wouldn't imagine a black girl really going for that.
Yeah.
And you know what? In his interview, somebody said the exact same thing. It was like, how does that even make sense? He was like, man, you think it's they wouldn't go for it, but it depends on the guy, and it depends on the women in the relationship and what they want out of life, and not just love. He was like, yeah, I love them. Of course, yes, I love them. They have my kids, but it's more than that. We're a business.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but I mean, I know that it's worked for a lot of people. I think like D. Ray Davis is one of those people that he had 2 girlfriends for a mad long time. I don't know if they're still together or not, but I think they're both Hispanic, maybe.
Lou Will. Shout out Lou Will.
Lou Willville.
So I mean, there's a lot of people that do it. Blueface baby.
Would you ever? But would you ever see it with a woman and 2 guys that's married?
That's weird.
Hey, what they say on the internet? You ain't ready for that conversation.
Yeah.
You ain't ready for that conversation.
Yeah, with 2 women and a guy is a threesome. 2 guys and a woman is a train.
But what about when they married? Is it a train station?
If there's sexual acts going on men, I don't know.
It must be a train station because trains going in and out.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know if y'all remember our pagan episodes. I ain't into that.
We're gonna go past this one. We're just gonna
take us back to our pagan episode. That's something that if you gotta tell me, you gotta tell me before we get married.
Yeah,
you want another male in this relationship? No, this ain't the person I'm married.
That's funny. So if you was in a relationship with a dude, Nike, and some other guy was like, hey man, I don't care if you can keep him. You can still stay with this dude. I love you. I want to be with you. I'll do anything. And he was like, well, hey, I'll talk to him and see if we can make it work.
No, I'm not. I cannot see. No. No, I can't. That's just
Nah.
It don't sit right with me seeing 2 men.
I ain't talking about 2 men having sex. I'm talking about you having
but
2 men. But
you got 2 men.
So you saying like
you have sex with them separately.
So I'm in a relationship with them both and they know?
Yeah.
That sounds like too much work.
I mean, one dude to be,
It sounds like too much work.
You watch movies with. I'm
lazy, so that sounds like too much work. Ooh, that's got and men have a high sex drive too. Ooh. I'm too lazy. Sorry. I don't know if I could. I don't know. Maybe in my younger days. I mean, not married.
We're trying to give y'all your power back.
Equal.
That's dating. I think that's like the dating stages. More so, like I can't see myself like married or in a committed relationship with 2 people at the same time.
Is it because you thinking on the love aspect, or is it just because you think you would be too tired to just deal with 2 individual people?
Yeah, I think it's more so the 2 individual people because they're probably different. So you got to cater to different needs.
You should get some variety. You don't want the same thing.
And that's just a lot. It's a lot to maintain.
Get you a black guy. Get you a.
And then that's gonna be a lot of money.
That's
like birthdays, types. Christmas. You gotta buy 2 gifts and this and that. And then if you can't live in the same household, how does that work?
Oh yeah, y'all live in the same house.
Yeah, y'all live in the same house.
That's weird. That's kind of weird. I don't know. If it works for somebody, I mean, later on down the line, I might have my that got her groove back. I might be willing to try it.
Can you imagine waking up in the morning having both your kings on the side?
Good morning, kings.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be something that would be in me. Like these niggas is probably fucking around behind my back. Like something in my head.
You mean like cheating with other women?
No, with each other. Like they're doing something with each other. Like I would constantly think that like if you're okay with me having another man in our bed,
you don't want that.
Yeah, because then that's
it's like a masculine thing. Like why should you even be okay with the thought of another man having me? You should start, boy. You should want to fight this man.
Yeah, so then I'm like, oh yeah, they fucking around behind my back after I told them I don't like that shit. But yeah, it's not for me, dog.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
So they just spineless.
Spineless. You agree with 95%. Man, I was just playing. I got a black business of the week. What we got?
I'm slacking on black businesses.
Get this kicked off. Man, my boy Vel got CEOs on. Is that what I see?
It is. It is.
Okay.
Shout out to them. I know I've shouted them out on here before, but yeah, shout out to them again.
J Hill,
Yeah, J Hill.
Cultural
C-Roy.
Educators Society.
Oh yeah, check out their Instagram page, they website. I know you can link. The link is in their bio. I think the Instagram page is a CEO Society. I think CEO Society. So yeah, if you can check them out, man, they got some nice stuff. Came in at a good price. Shipping was good. So yeah, I had nothing but good experiences with them. Got a few of their hoodies.
Oh, so I mean, since we're talking about the clothing brand tip, I do have 2 coworkers that have their own clothing line as well. One goes by the name of Arcade, and it's like a gamer clothing brand, Carnival clothing brand. They just dropped their new Earth Day line, and let me pull up that their Instagram. I think it's Arcade01. 0 and then my other friend has a clothing company by the name of Switch Supply Company, and you can find them on Instagram as well as switchsupply.co, and he has some dope designs and stuff as well, so yeah, check them out.
You ever pull up like a social media app on your phone and you kind of look up for a second and look back down and it's just like a girl or something like that, and then your girl just happen to be looking at you?
Boy.
No, that never happened to me because I don't have a girl. And dudes don't be really in your phone like that.
It's a weird feeling. Cause you
No,
didn't
we got girlfriend eyes for sure, cause I do it.
Yeah, cause you didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing at all.
Oh no, what's it called, lady?
Girlfriend eyes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
So
I do it all the time.
So just whenever they phone come on, your eyes just
As soon as the
naturally.
light, you be like,
Y'all wow.
"What's that?"
Girlfriend eyes. That's funny.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Hey, your phone rings. But who calling us?
Yeah. Girlfriend eyes is
Or
a
they
real
bring your
thing.
phone team be like, hey, your mom calling.
It's a real disease.
Man, girlfriend eyes. That's funny. That is hilarious, man. What's been going on in the world, man? What's been happening?
Man, I got my second COVID shot.
How you feeling?
Boy, that second dose of Moderna was a bad mamma jamma.
Set you down, huh?
Took your girl out. So I got my shot last Thursday around 1:00. It was great that day. I was like, ooh, okay, this is nothing. It was way easier than the first one. Like, my arm wasn't sore, nothing.
Yeah.
Man, woke up. I kind of tossed and turned all night. Woke up and I had scheduled myself to work from home that day just in case, some weird shit was going on. And I tried to wake up at 6:00. I was like, it's a no, dog. Body was telling me, sit your ass down. Just stay down. So I was like, all right, let me just stay down for a couple more hours. Boy, by 8:00, full body cramps, headache. I was just hot, like strip, take the clothes off of me, stripped and hot. And I'm like, something ain't right. Like, I just felt like off. Like, you just feel off. So I like text my mom and my brother. This was around 8:00 in the morning. I'm like, y'all good? My little brother was like, I'm just a little sluggish. My arm hurt. My mom was like, I'm great. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy, So I'm like, all right, let me pop some medicine and try to lay back down. 10:30 come around. I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit better. And my mom comes to my room. We need to go get breakfast. And I'm like, is it safe? I don't know, cause I'm not feeling 100% right. She's like, well, I'm good. Man, we went to Whataburger, and this is around 11:30 now. Well, yeah, about 11:00, and we was in the drive-through. All I'd seen is my mom like sinking down in a chair. I'm like, man. Oh snap, what's going on?
That 12 hours.
She couldn't keep her eyes open. I had to switch her seats. Hop in the driver's seat, and I'm like, I knew we should have stayed at home because I knew it wasn't safe for us to come out in these streets like this. And my mom wound up getting probably the most symptoms out of all of us. Like, yeah, it was crazy. Like, so it definitely reacts. Everybody reacts to it different.
Yeah.
My mom didn't have any symptoms the first go around, but she had every symptom the second go around. And yeah, it sucked for her, but you know, I was just down for the first few hours of the next day, and then I didn't feel 100% to probably Sunday night, Monday.
Dang, hit y'all that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Would you say that your symptoms started hitting 12 hours after, around 12 hours? Because that's what they say.
Yeah, it was
around 12
it was
hours.
like 12 hours after, and like I said, it wasn't even like after like I got through that like first 2 to 3 hours. It was just like I felt like my equilibrium was a little bit off. Like I didn't even feel like sick, like you know, like the flu-like symptoms that they say you had. I didn't feel like none of that really. It was just like I kind of felt like maybe, you know, like I was dehydrated, and that's probably why I had reacted that way, and I was restless. So I don't think I got enough sleep and drunk enough water. So like that's something I do recommend to everybody before you go get your second shot, is make sure you're well rested and you are hydrated, because I think that's why I had body cramps and stuff. And I think if I
Yeah, and they said vitamin C as well.
yeah, so if I would have been okay and like I wasn't like stressed out and anxious, you know, because it was a lot of stuff going into that week. Just lost my sister, you know.
Yeah.
All that, preparing for her funeral, things like that. So I think that's probably why I had a bad after 12 hour. But yeah.
How long would you say you had your symptoms? After you started experiencing them, how long until you was, all right, I'm back?
So after those symptoms last, I think like by noon, I didn't have any cramps or anything anymore. But I was like still getting hot flashes, but I feel like I always have hot flashes. I don't know if I'm going through menopause or what's going on. I don't think my internal body thermometer is in right.
You hot right now.
I am kind of hot, and it might be the wine, because my ears is hot right now. I think it might be the wine. But anyway, so I would say the next day I woke up with a headache, but I popped an Excedrin, and I was good. And then it was just like I just kind of felt a little bit off. Like, I just didn't feel 100% until probably, like, Monday. Monday, I was 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my second shot as well. I mean, I was good, actually. Only thing I felt I was in the gym. I was working out. And I just felt some cold chills, like, during my workout. I don't know if it was because it's like I was on the end of my workout and, like, my body temperature just dropped. And, you know, I was cooling down because I was getting ready to leave. But I got cold chills. But other than that, I was good, man. I was straight. I didn't have no symptoms first or second shot really, except for that. That was really it. And I hear people get them pretty bad. So
yeah, that's a blessing.
Yeah, they text me to schedule my second thing. I ain't responded yet. I had to see how y'all was doing, man. I left them on red.
Hey, but some news came out today. Yeah, guess what you could do if you had your second shot, Davell?
Go get Krispy Kreme donuts for free.
Man, say you don't need to wear masks outdoors or in small groups.
What small groups? 10 people or less, probably?
Yeah, we're going to say. But, you know, y'all president, you know, had went live today and had a press conference, and CDC put out some good information saying that if you're outdoors, if you're not in the enclosed area, around a lot of people, or if you're not at a concert or at a sporting event, you don't have to wear your mask. And then Texas and, you know, Georgia and Florida was looking at, you know, the CDC like, they ain't been wearing no mask. But
because I haven't worn a mask outside. If I'm outside, I don't wear my mask.
You know, actually, I wear a mask just because of work and everything. But yeah. For the first time, I ran to a grocery store and I forgot my mask, and I was just in there. I was like, you know, I was about to run back, and I was like, you know what?
It was weird.
It was so weird, bro. I felt like everybody's eyes was on me. I'm like, bro, I'm vaxxed. Relax. Like, hey, relax. I'm vaxxed. Come on now. Like, but yeah, it was real weird. I ain't even gonna lie. I even felt bad. This older lady was talking to me, trying to help me. So I was like, look, I ain't got no mask on right now. I'm just.
About put his arm over his face.
I'm sorry. Put your shirt. I felt bad, man. I felt bad, But you know, that's interesting. I'm gonna be getting my second dose soon, so we'll see how I'm feeling.
Yeah, and also President Biden said that, you know, America is on track to be open 100%. You know, no restrictions or anything by the 4th of July.
Didn't they say that before? Something like that.
Yeah, but now I think it's happening now.
Concerts and stuff is about to start happening summertime.
Yeah, they said, I'm not sure. I don't know if this number is true, but you know, in excess of 200 million people has been vaccinated. So, and all we needed was for 85%. You know, so we on our way, man.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about like they saying Pfizer, you're gonna have to get the third shot, the booster shot.
Oh no, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I got Pfizer. I got the first one, the second one. I am straight on I'm good.
Yeah, I won't even get the annuals. Like I'm done. I told my mother we gonna have to get all of our traveling done within this year.
Yeah, I'm out.
International and everything, because we ain't doing this vaccination thing again.
Yeah, I'm out here. Yeah, hey, I leave if I leave my mask in the truck or something, man. It's in the truck. Hey, I'm out here.
Yeah, hey, I like it. I like that. That's big vax energy.
Yeah, man.
That's some real big vax energy.
Yeah, man.
That boy dropped his mask like Salt Bay just said.
Nah, man, I ain't running back like Barack no more. Now he was running back to the helicopter. I ain't doing that.
Nah, I'm probably still gonna wear my mask in large gatherings and crowds and stuff like that. So maybe not on my birthday.
Anyway.
Maybe if I hit a club or a bar or something, when Davell tell me where I need to get the section for my birthday, I might pop out.
Oh, yeah,
I might pop out.
Hey, you gotta bring your dirty 30 right.
Yeah, so it's gonna be real dirty.
Yeah.
No mask.
No mask, man. Hey, you got that second shot? You good, OG?
Yeah, I'm gonna be immune. And what they say after 2 weeks you're immune.
Hey.
So after next week it's lit, baby.
Yeah, man.
It's lit.
All shots on Nike.
I'm broke, man. My mom's birthday already took me out. I didn't even get to my birthday yet.
What's been popping in pop culture?
Oh man, y'all see your girl, Danny Leia, preggo.
Oh, she is?
Show look it.
Oh, yeah.
She ain't confirming, but she a groupie, so she was trying to like act like wear extra big clothes to act like she was hiding her pregnancy, but really we know her. We know Danny. She wanted to be seen so she can brag about having a baby by the baby.
Dang, man, she's just a baby mama now.
Yeah, she's a clown. I said it from day one.
Yellow bone, what do you want?
So Nike not on team Danny Lay.
Well, y'all knew that.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. And it's not even. She might be a nice, sweet girl. I just think that like her decisions may be poor.
Man, I don't know how that's gonna affect her career. I mean, because we really known like Danny Lay over this past year for her Instagram shenanigans or social media.
Never know from Instagram or social media.
No, I mean like from the stuff that's been happening,
recently, yeah.
So that's the only reason I know her. So I mean, I don't know if the music is good or not. I don't know.
She got that one good song, right? Ain't that
Easy with Chris Brown?
Not that song. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only song I know about her.
I started singing Coil Ray, whatever.
Oh.
No more points. Yeah, man. So we don't. I wonder how she's gonna be able to navigate her career now.
Yeah, man. It's tough to be pregnant. I'm saying it like I know. Yeah, man. It's tough. Hey, I went through it. It was.
So
don't speak on stuff that you don't know about. You ain't us.
Hey, I was there. I was there.
When?
In the pregnancy.
When you came out?
Yeah, I was there the whole time.
All 40 weeks.
That don't count.
I was in the trenches, 10 toes down.
Yeah,
At first, it was like 5.
Head first.
Some old group. But
hey, man, we wish the best for Danny Lay. Hope it's a happy, healthy pregnancy.
Yeah,
for sure.
If she's pregnant.
Yeah, no, I don't wish nothing bad on
bro,
anybody.
Yeah, I think she's pregnant, bro. She had on Denver Broncos big ass starter jacket and shit walking around. So you know what happened, man.
They do be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, bro.
Those tricks of the camera. I've learned about those tricks of the camera.
Yeah, bro.
I've learned about angles, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, bro. She had a big ass jacket on, bro.
It was huge, but I'm like, you wanted people to know. Like, you could have said, I'm not gonna perform because I don't want nobody to know that I'm pregnant because all the stuff that's been going on with her and the baby and stuff like that. She could have kept it cool.
Get that money though,
bro. But
nah, she didn't have to.
Why do we have to know?
Yeah.
Why do we for real though? Like, why do we have to? Like, why do they care enough to tell us? Like take it to the internet.
I mean, it could turn into something good for them. That could be bring more people to them.
Bro, I'm like, I don't mean like her in the baby. I mean
just in general.
Just in general, bro. Like, I mean famous people. Like, but her situation, it was actually kind of corny.
Yeah, it's the internet, man. It's just the way social media and everything is nowadays. Like, if you didn't put it on the internet, it ain't
never happened.
Because you know women are gonna drag her, bruh.
Well, you know what? you onto something too, Davell, because
Are you
that's
VM?
exactly how people treated Beyonce when she was pregnant with Blue Ivy. Because like she didn't really have any pregnancy photos of her in the beginning,
Yeah.
and well throughout her pregnancy. So people were trying to say that she didn't carry her baby and stuff like that. So yeah, that's
They'll
true.
be right, man. Y'all gotta listen.
Yeah, you gotta listen to him sometime. Yeah, but man,
95. No.
95% of the time, I'm right. Come on now.
Nah,
Come
wrong.
on now.
shout out to him, man.
But what else we got going? Shock G, we lost another legend, man. I don't know what the hell's going on in 2021, but this needs to stop. Shock G passed literally a week after Black Rob,
Yeah.
who passed literally a week
Like a
after
week
DMX.
before,
I know Peanut left us with a heart-filled message last episode, but it just seemed like to me this year, and every time I get on social media, somebody's like enduring a loss, whether it's a celebrity, whether it's family or whatever. But everybody that I've known, like within the past month, has experienced some type of grief, and it's like,
Yeah.
this is crazy. Like, we went through a rough year last year with the COVID, but it's like now it's just like the year of grieving. Like, we're grieving from, all the heartache and stuff we found with this new virus that just came out of nowhere. Now we just like got people just passing that has nothing to do with COVID. And it's just crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I'm not sure if his autopsy reports were released or not, but he was found unresponsive in his hotel in Tampa, Florida, I do believe. Yeah, man, it just is unfortunate. 51.
Wow.
Yeah.
Young,
That's
man.
young. That's young. 51 is young.
Yeah, so
Yeah, man.
shout out to him.
Yes, rest in peace to him.
Prayers
Prayers
did
to
you
his family.
underground?
Yeah.
Humpty Hump.
Yeah, the one that talked to satin off your panties. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man. I think we did also experience another death. Was it Terence Clark?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was
NBA prospect.
That was sad as well. Car accident. And it was crazy because he just has signed with
Clutch
Sports. So getting ready for the NBA, like you can, it's really. I don't want to talk too much because it's gonna make you sad, but it is crazy that you one day it's like the best day of your life. You're getting ready to go to the NBA, signing into with an agency, getting ready, and then boom, like
Your family's dream turned to a nightmare, like overnight.
Yeah, that's wild because that could have changed generations.
Yep. Because
know?
I think that he comes from a single parent home as well too. Yeah, that's tough. Like I hope the NBA does like do some type of draft him, and like at least give his family some type of financial blessing.
Yeah, I can see them. They'll probably do maybe like some sort of remembrance memorial thing for him. Maybe at the draft, like some pre-show or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to show some love.
Yeah, I remember a few years back, I think he went to Baylor. He's a power forward center for Baylor. He entered the draft and he had something was wrong with his heart and he couldn't play in the NBA. And he was a lottery pick or, top pick. And he couldn't play no more. But the NBA still drafted him, number 1 overall. He was still able to walk, get his jersey from the NBA and shit like that. So that was cool. Hopefully they do something similar.
Yeah. And I heard too that like in that car accident, like behind him was it Brandon?
Brandon Boston.
Brandon Boston Jr. was right behind him, and it's like we could have potentially lost 2 incredible.
Yeah, because they were saying he had passed as well. Like there's different stories coming out when he was first coming out and everything. Because we actually saw him play when they had the little hoop show down here at high school. When we was
Thanksgiving Hoop Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man, it's wild, man. Like I've said many times, like the older I get, the more like
Thankful.
the more death really affects me. So I'm really appreciative for life, and I'm very pro life, and I'm very just protect life at all costs if you can.
Sure.
Yeah, man. But move along from the sad note, y'all want to go ahead and hop into Dr. Umar's Breakfast Club interview?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can get into it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, man. I watched it, and I'm always impressed with Dr. Umar, just how how intelligent and well thought out his words are, and the information that he brings and the teaching that he gives. I think it's he brought up some interesting stuff. One of the things that he was talking about on there was about like parenting for black parents, and he brought up some interesting things like as far as like when they talk about special ed and these diseases like ADHD and things like that, and putting your kids on these drugs, Ritalin, and all this stuff. Obviously I don't have any kids right now. I know Peanut just had his first, so eventually he's gonna go through the school route and everything like that. But he basically was saying like he has like different information, books and things that he teaches parents on how to deal with the schools telling them like, hey, your kid needs special needs, or hey, we want to put your kids on this and all these things like that. So I thought that was actually very interesting. It made me want to look more into that. And that's just one of the things I took away that was just real interesting to me.
Yeah, so just to kind of talk on that note, I know like especially with like, well, it's not just with our generation, but when your kid is like overly hyper or like very active as a kid, we take them. People like to take their kids to the doctors because they think, oh, it's something wrong with my kid, but they're just a kid being a kid. And these doctors is gonna quickly to put them on all these type of medications and stuff like that. Oh, they have a short attention span. Oh, they're just too hyper. They need to calm down. And I don't really think that you need that. You don't need to put your kids on pills like that. Really, I just think it's and maybe, and I don't want to speak out of context because I don't have a kid. But I mean, I think that there's other ways that you can find for like to get your kid to like pay attention or, to get them involved in sports and stuff like that, so they won't be as active and crazy as at home. But I don't feel like medicine is like the way to go, especially at a young age. I don't think you should put your kids on meds like that. So.
Yeah, man. Especially because he was talking about how them big pharmaceutical companies get paid from that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely. How they jumped up in there. And Peanut, like I know you watched it too.
Yeah.
Great man. He was talking about how in order to put a child on in special ed or whatever, I think he said there were like 10 different categories they look at, I believe. And he said for black kids, there are 4 that they usually use as an excuse to classify them as in the special needs. I think it was one is it was like I believe emotional, paying attention, the intelligence,
and then like obedience. Or something
like an obedience thing, kind of like that. So things that like a white teacher could look at a black kid doing something and say, well, he's not doing this, so he's special needs.
Yeah. Now we got to put him out in the trailer in the back of the school, and he get his own special lunch. No other kids around.
I know somebody that's fully functional, was a college athlete, star athlete that was actually in a special ed class.
Like a special ed in college?
No, in high school. And like in junior, like they had it, like one of his classes was like a special ed class. And it wasn't nothing. He was just goofy. Like you said, how they put us into these situations. Oh, we can't handle him, so he must be special needs. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how it went. But like literally, it was like one time, he was with the special needs group, and he was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing in like the special ed class?" And he's like, "This is my class.
I'm helping out, bro.
This is my class." And he's like, "No." He's like, "Look, for real, it's on my schedule." And he's like, "You just trying to get an A."
Yeah, and see, that's why I never, not until recently, I've never really appreciated more the importance of the black teacher. I think there needs to be more black teachers, and I applaud everybody out there who are black teachers, because being able to identify with these kids and and relate to them and talk to them and not be so impatient with them and just be quick to put them into something like that. I think it's incredibly important, and I salute and applaud everybody out there who's out there teaching our kids.
Man, how were y'all when y'all got your first black teacher? Or what grade?
I'm gonna say
first grade. Well, and it was like the assistant teacher.
I had an assistant teacher, young, but I'd say my first black teacher was
Yeah, my first it was an assistant teacher in first grade. Cause I can't remember. What's my pre-K and kindergarten teacher?
I don't remember having a black teacher in high school.
You don't remember having a black teacher ever?
I had an assistant teacher when I was young.
Yeah, that was it. That's crazy.
I had 2 black professors at OK State.
Yeah, I had some black professors.
Man, I guess I was blessed because, my principal from kindergarten all the way. I went to the same school, kindergarten all the way through 5th grade. And my principal was a black woman. Shout out to Dr. Owens. We actually went to school with her kids. Went to college, and the secretary was a black woman. From my whole time there, and my first black teacher, I had 2, 2nd grade and 3rd grade. I had a dude by the name of Mr. Rager. He taught us he was our math teacher, and he taught us how to do math with counting money. And I remember one time he was stunned on us. He's like, if y'all can count all this money I got in my hand, y'all can have it all. You know? He pulled out a little money clip. He was an older cat. He used to get mad at me too, cause I was like, one thing about me, like being young, like I thank God I wasn't on none of that medication or nothing, because it was I was supposed to have had that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to do, like, I would finish all my work, right? And I would finish all my work, and I would just be bored in school, so I would be drawing. Cause I can draw really good and shit, right? So I just spend my time drawing, or being a class clown, or teasing girls or whatever. So
Sound about me.
Yeah, so they thought I was, they thought I like had some issues, because I would just not be doing my work, but my work would be done, but I'd just be a fucking class clown. So I don't know, probably seeking attention or some shit like that. But and I'm talking about every grade, kindergarten, first.
That's why I said you sound about me
all the way up. Like my whole educational career,
it was almost too easy. I feel like high school and all that was super easy.
Yeah, I think now that I think, I had a black gym teacher. That was about it. But
damn, cold blood.
Shout out Mr. Berry. But going along with what Peanut said, I mean, honestly, yeah. I just remembered a few more, but I know in Dr. Umar he was saying some other things are like auditory, vision, like if you're blind, auditory, and a few other ones, but.
Oh yeah, and he said that's what special needs is.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
If you were blind, or if you were deaf, or things like that. Yeah. And I've always, even and I'm not highly researched into it, but I've always thought that just in general people were too quick to diagnose people with ADHD or whatever because they hyper and things like that. Because I don't remember that being a thing when we were younger. I don't remember them talking about. I don't remember them talking about ADHD or nothing like that.
It definitely was, because I know a lot of my classmates especially when I came to Oklahoma. Not so much when I was in New York, but when I came to Oklahoma, it was a lot of people that was on the Ritalin and all that type of medication.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to see them put it in a little cup and they're like, "Here, it's time to take your medicine." I'm like, what the hell is this? What they doing to these kids in Oklahoma?
Yeah, I just think that they were way too quick to do that. And honestly, and I got a problem with just schools in general. I think that it's all backwards.
For sure.
But yeah, man. And I don't want to make light of anybody that could be having ADHD or things like that or anything like that. I feel like the people are just too quick to diagnose people with that, and
yeah,
schools need to change it. Schools need a whole bunch of reform in my opinion. But
facts.
Yeah, that's how
they need funding first.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. That's how they get them state dollars too.
And Oklahoma is at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom. Like 48 out of 50 or some shit like that.
That's probably why school was so easy.
But they don't pay teacher shit either, man.
No. There's no, as far as finance, there's no financial reason to be a teacher in Oklahoma. I mean,
just in general though.
They should get paid way more.
You would think that now that they marijuana and stuff is legal and stuff out there, that they would put more of that, put that money into schools, but no.
No, they put that money in the prisons.
Mm-hmm. Which is ass backwards, but.
Yeah, man. And Dr. Umar, he was talking about the medication that that they make these kids take. He's like, I don't know why they take them, and it's 1 molecule or 2 molecules away from what was he saying? Cocaine.
Oh yeah, being like cocaine or crack or something like that. You would arrest. He said you would arrest a grown man for having this, but you telling these kids to take them.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Ooh.
That is crazy.
Yeah, man. And shout out to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey school that he's been working on for about 10 years, and he's now. People used to clown him. I actually like Dr. Umar. People was clowning him and shit though, for building the school so long. But he's actually taking, he's taking what are those shits called? Resumes. If you want to work at a school. And he said, if you're a sister, he said he wants a sister with, with nappy hair. That's happy to be nappy. They got natural hair. Yeah. No wigs, no contacts. All natural. That's the only way you can teach at this school. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to see he wanted students to see real black people.
I like that. I like that idea. I don't know. I saw. Going along with that interview, I saw DJ Envy was trending.
Oh boy, yeah.
He said I must be a coon because
I don't agree with you. Yeah, and they were talking about Ma'khia Bryant. And because Envy's father used to be a police officer. He talked about it all the time, and I think that's why he had that logic.
Did we talk about?
Nah.
I don't think we talked about Ma'khia Bryant.
Nope.
We didn't. I actually had some arguments with some brothers about this.
Damn, for real, you still arguing with people?
Man, it was
Because I've been stopped.
No, I got a little trigger, but I caught myself. I got a little trigger. Hey, I was like, you spineless man. I can't believe you.
Can't believe these niggas.
But no, I because everybody's first defense of this whole altercation is that she's charging with a knife, and they love to say, well, what if that was your daughter that was being charged at?
Yeah.
I feel like, me personally, I think that's a dumb argument, a counter argument. I think it's completely dumb because you could do that in literally anything. I could say, well, imagine if it was yo that did this, and you'd be like, okay, well, yeah, if I was in that situation, obviously your opinion would change a little bit. You're going to want to protect. Let's just look at it like right down the middle. Like, just look at the facts of it. There is no reason that girl should have been killed.
No, there's could easily taser.
Absolutely no. You cannot convince me that she should have been shot.
Not at all.
Man, I've seen a video of a guy, an older white man in the truck. He pulled his gun out on the police.
I seen that,
bro, and I seen videos of white men pulling out knives on police. He said, "I'm gonna kill you."
Attacking them.
Chased him around, and the dude pulled out his gun,
but never shot.
No, not only that, he put his gun back in his holster and pulled out his taser.
Bro, and that's what that's what I said. I'm like, there's no way you can convince me that she should have been shot. I don't care if she was charging with some knife or whatever. First of all, I know if you wanted to stop this 16-year-old girl from stabbing somebody, you could have stopped them.
Oh yeah.
You could have stopped them.
Oh, yeah.
Untrained people, not no trained police officer who's supposed to be trained to de-escalate situations and stuff and keep the peace. Just a regular person would have thought let me just tackle this girl or something. Or
right.
That's would have been your natural instinct. But I think that we have that natural instinct because we see her as a person. Like, this is a person. Like, so obviously I'm not just about to shoot her just because she is threatening somebody else. Like, I understand that the police officer has to make a split second decision. And he reacted or whatever. I don't just kill the police officer completely. He's definitely wrong. He shouldn't have shot her.
Yeah.
1,000%. There was no reason to shoot her. You could have tased her, tackled her, whatever. I don't care. She was not about to kill that girl. I mean, because I don't know. I could just relate to the girl. Like, I could understand her situation. Like, just imagine some people come into your house to jump you.
Right.
And say you even get hit a few times or whatever. Sometimes you just, you just in protect myself mode. You angry, you getting hit, whatever like that. I do not believe that girl would have literally killed them, honestly. My personal opinion. I don't think she would have actually killed them. Even if he didn't show up or nothing like that, whatever. I think the problem is because this is a white cop, and with the problem with race in our system and the way they subconsciously think about black people, in his mind, the right decision was to shoot. And I think that's the issue. And it even goes back to my teacher point that I feel like black teachers are so important. If we're going to have these police officers, we need black police officers as well that can, and I know we've been on this point before where like we need people that are in the communities, people that relate to the people they're actually responding to. Like it's, there's just no way that a white dude can go kill 10 people and be arrested.
So
and taking the Burger King before
and take him to go get a meal. Go get him a meal.
So have y'all seen the movie The Hate You Give?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys remember when the main character in the world, the main girl in the movie, her uncle was a police officer, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And you remember when she asked him, like, what would you do? Would you pull your gun? And I'm paraphrasing at this point. And she was like, when you pull somebody over and it's a white person or whatever, would you pull your gun? Like would that be the first thing you would do? And he was like, no. And then she was like, now, if it's a black male, what would you do? I'm reaching for my gun. Like it's something that these police officers are trained. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. It's their go-to. And I don't know why the system is built this way, but it's a modern day lynching.
It's just the way they see black people. They see us as lesser. It's tough. It's literally psychological at this point, and it's so hard to fight that because in his mind he feels like he made the right decision. Mm-hmm. He don't think he did anything wrong. Nope. At all. And white people who saw that don't think he did anything wrong either. Man,
a nice, like a large group of black folks either.
And that's what's wild too. I was shocked by that because I don't know. But yeah, I just think it's tough.
Man, you know what else Envy said that I'm gonna take my personal feelings, but what Envy said as well, he was like, if that police officer absolutely positively did the right thing, right? And he was going back and forth with his other co-host, and they were like, no, he didn't. And he was like, so if this was you, if that was my daughter, and she had a knife, and she's the one that called the police, and the police showed up. He didn't know what was happening, and he shot my daughter. I could understand.
No, he couldn't.
No,
that's not. He's gonna be ready to shoot up the whole police station.
I can understand.
That's a 1,000% lie. But
nah, that's frustrating.
There was one thing, Dr. Umar. I feel like he kind of tripped him up a little bit because he was like, okay, if you were that police officer. In that exact same situation, say that everything is the same, what would you have done? Would you have shot this girl 4 times in the chest? And he was like, of course he was trying to dance around the question first, but then he finally answered and was like, no, I would not. Yeah. And he was like,
so how you gonna say that the police officer did the right thing?
Exactly.
He didn't do the right thing.
And he also asked him, okay, say this. Then he said, okay, take Envy out of it. Let's keep the police officer the same. Let's say that's a white girl. Let's say it's a white girl. These are white girls in a white neighborhood. Does someone get killed?
Nope.
Same situations when white girls running at a girl with a knife. Does somebody die?
They would. No.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
No.
So I mean, yeah, it's frustrating. And just to see people's perspective on it's a little infuriating.
I wonder what the statistic is for black police officers killing white people in general. If there's a statistics,
there's a
like do they get like convicted? Yeah,
it's crazy. There was a police officer that was in Minnesota a few years back that killed I believe he was from Ethiopia, but he had Ethiopian heritage, but he's a black dude, right? And he got convicted like quickly and sentenced to a very harsh sentence in Minnesota.
See, and
Killing the white
Minnesota is the same
Yes.
state that happened with the George Floyd and all that other stuff.
And you know what's crazy too is how fast we got the body cam for this. For the Ma'khia Bryant.
Open and shut.
Boy, they brought that
Open
cam.
and shut.
Like, we be having to wait for body cam until the end of the case.
Yeah.
We don't get to see the body cam until the end of the case when they shoot a black person. But in this situation where they feel like, okay, well, he's probably justified in this. Oh, that body cam was...
Because she came charging with a knife.
They brought that thing out faster than Krispy Kreme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open and shut.
Yeah. No.
Just interesting. I don't know.
Another point that, I thought was a good conversation discussion from Dr. Umar's interview was where he was talking about Asian America.
Yeah, you just had that. You said something about that.
Yeah. So pretty much what he was saying, like the white population is dwindling. And they're trying to find another race to like replace the white race when it does completely like disappear, right? So they're putting a lot of effort and time, and we kind of talked about this too last episode in the Asian community, because like I said, most Asians do identify themselves as white. So they're trying to push more, like, well, we'll say this: Joe Biden, his first day in office, he passed that transgender bill or whatever. And then, soon as we had that Asian hate thing, they passed the Protect the Asian community bill. But we as black people have been fighting for 400 years for equal rights, and nobody has passed anything for us. And it's lynchings after lynchings on camera that's showing you, like, we need some... They're killing us. Like, do something about it. But the government hasn't done anything. But they're quick to write a bill to pass to protect Asians. And Asians only been oppressed for 1 month.
It's crazy, too, though. They passed that bill. And you know who were harassing? The majority of the people that was harassing and attacking Asians were white people.
It was white people.
Because their president called it the China virus.
So, like, that's...
You know what's crazy? You know what else hasn't passed that's been like brought up to the Senate?
What?
The George Floyd bill. That shit has
can't even get that passed.
Can't, and it's been out since last year.
There's
been chokeholds and shit.
There's another bill that they've been trying to pass for like 20 something years, and they can't get over 200 years that they can't get passed, but they were able to pass this Asian bill.
Oh, you probably talking about the lynching bill.
It might be the lynching bill.
Yeah.
But the fact that we were like,
they don't care about black people.
You could tell that they're not for us. Like, and Joe Biden, and we put Joe Biden in this position, and he said, talking about all this, he's gonna make sure he do for the black community. Hasn't done one day in his 100 days in office for the black community.
I tell you this though. Now, I said it before when it was around election season. The idea of politics and shit, like black people, we're becoming well versed in it. We're becoming smarter, and they know. I said 2020. This is best case scenario.
Either way. So
yeah, it's frustrating, and I mean, and Joe Biden's people, they've passed a few little things or whatever that supposedly help black people. But we have not gotten one single thing that's for.
I would say what passed that was to help black people.
Well, just things that kind of just put money into black businesses and things like that. Little. I'm talking about just little things here and there. But I'm talking about, but like I said, we haven't gotten anything.
Not legislation.
Yeah, legislation that have specifically targeted black people to help us. And wasn't Joe Biden? Didn't Joe Biden say like, if you don't vote for me, you're not black or something like that?
Absolutely. Y'all president.
Yep. He said that.
But yet you not taking care of us at all. So, I mean,
yeah, man. And the National Black Caucus handed him this presidency on a silver platter. Stacey Abrams in the city of Atlanta. Clayton, Fulton County. That's partially why he won.
And isn't that Kamala, she has some Asian background, right?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
and that's what they were saying too. Dr. Umar was saying too in this interview was like, you know, it was all set in stone. They're trying to get the ball rolling so the Asian community can be the dominant community once the white race starts dwindling and falling off, you know. And you know, we see it already, you know, like Asia, that continent, China and stuff is all already overpopulated. So you're gonna see more and more people come over here, right? So they could potentially be the more dominant race. Yeah, it's an interesting in interview, and it kind of makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, honestly.
Yeah, man, and no more Snow Bunny crisis. Yeah, man. But shout out to Dr. Umar, man. You know, and Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass, school that he's been working on, man. I really hope he get that thing open. You know, whoever does HVAC, you know, holla at him because he needs y'all. For real.
Okay. All right. What else we got going on? I mean, since we're still talking about Black Lives Matter and the movement, did y'all see the Oakland Raiders post?
Oh, I can't breathe.
Mm-hmm. After the George Floyd verdict.
Yeah.
Oh, the now I can breathe or I can breathe.
Yeah, it was
now.
like I can breathe or whatever now, something like that. It's like a little twist on that. So,
how do y'all feel about it?
So you know how we always say like, how did they go through these long list of people and nobody was like, I don't know about this one. This one may not fly. Like, you know. So on this one, I feel like this went by nothing but white people, and they was like, they gonna like this. This is like
this is it right here.
This is like we with y'all.
Yeah, they gonna fuck with this one.
We with y'all on this. We with y'all. Instead of it, y'all was hurt with the I can't breathe, but here we brought y'all back with the
can breathe. We can
I
relax.
can breathe. We support y'all.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
I feel like no, this one was a fail. I don't like, you know, just absolutely. I'm not outraged or nothing like that. But I look at it, I'm just like, really? Like no.
Somebody posted if they was in Oakland, they wouldn't have said that message.
No, man, that's true too.
They got in Vegas and now they Diddy.
Yeah, man. No, they should have just went back to the drawing board on that. A simple like message, and you saw that was it George Floyd's brother? Mm-hmm. I believe that kind of co-signed it, like you know. But like they should have went back on the drawing board on that. Like I see what they trying to do, and it just unfortunately the execution was
piss poor.
It was a little off. You know, I would have because I just can't imagine if any of us were sitting in the room and they throwing these ideas around and they was like, oh, we can go with the I can breathe. Like I would have said,
yeah. No, we wouldn't have said that was the one.
I'd have been like,
that's kind of a little offensive.
Yeah, man, I wonder whose fingers it was that tweeted it, like they sent it out, like man, send.
They probably they had to think that's the one, bro.
Yeah,
that's the
there
one.
definitely wasn't a multicultural group that discussed that.
Yeah, I can't imagine it going through some black
eyes. I wasn't outraged though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I wasn't outraged.
I wasn't outraged either. It was just it was too soon.
Because I have very low expectations.
And it's sad. It's sad that we are now we just we're so scarred that it's nothing can phase us now. It's just this is just life, and we shouldn't have to feel like this. Like I shouldn't have to feel that being black I can walk down the street and not feel comfortable. I can be in my own home eating ice cream, not feeling comfortable because you just never know. It's so dangerous being black, and it's for what?
Yeah, and for this, it should open up a dialogue. Obviously, maybe a white person wouldn't understand why that's offensive, but you should be able to open the dialogue and be like, well, why is it offensive? And I know we've talked about before, we tired of telling white people, all these things or whatever. But like I said, because with the new Captain America, actually, that I watched, a lot of white people were upset at this finale. If y'all haven't seen it,
what channel does it come on?
It's Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So we got a new Captain America. First of all, I love the episode. I love the episode so much. Like I swear to God, I was about to stand up and clap. I felt so proud at the end. But so there's 6 episodes of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Episodes 1 through 5 on Rotten Tomatoes all got 99s, 97, 98, 100%, 99, 90. Guess what the season finale got?
100.
55%.
For real?
They did not like that.
So because it's been in stone, he's the new Black Captain America.
Yeah, and just because he's bringing up his race and him, a black man, being Captain America and saying like.
But okay, so I know that I'm not like a big Marvel head, but I know in like the MCU, these shows that they're putting out is like what's going on in between the movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's coming out.
Right.
So, but didn't what's his name? Chris Hansen, the actor from that plays.
Yeah.
Didn't he just sign on for another Marvel movie for Captain America?
Oh, you talking about Chris Evans?
Chris Evans, yeah.
Yeah, Chris Evans, yeah. But he's just gonna be like, he's gonna do little cameos as probably like.
He's dead now. Well, no, he's not dead. He's older.
Yeah, he's old, but he's probably just gonna do little cameos here and there. But
that's true.
Yeah, so he's done being like official Captain America.
Yeah.
But
hey man, I want to. Never mind.
no, yeah, but I saw it. It was just funny because I loved the episode, right? But a lot of people didn't, and I was looking at different comments and things like that. And
we can't have anything.
Well, the common theme was, I just don't understand why they had to bring race into this. Why they have to do a very a white thing to say, a very privileged thing to say is. Well, why do they have to bring? Why does they have to bring? Because if you notice, whenever black people get anything in these shows or things like that, they're like, well, why do they bring race into it or whatever? When Stephen A. on ESPN be saying something, and he started talking about black people, they'd be like, well, why do you bring race into it? Like, how great must it be to even be able to say that? To be like,
exactly.
To even for that to be your sentiment, for you to be like. Well, why would you even bring race into this? Imagine living in a world where you just oblivious to the races and things that's going on. Right. So you're like, why would you even... So in your mind, you're thinking, why would you even bring that up? Why would you even bring up the problems that we've had and things like that? We're good now. Everything's like... Just...
Good, dude.
It's crazy. That is privilege. That's privilege. You're privileged to be able to have that type of thinking, to be like... Well, yeah, we're watching a comic book show and y'all want to bring in race.
Man, there's a character, one of the first Black Marvel characters. His name was Blue Marvel. In the 1960s. Just imagine the 1960s, right? And black superheroes. You know that John F. Kennedy was the president like during this time in the comics, and you know that he did not want the world to know that there was a black superhero. Like, he could not come out to the world and say that there was a black superhero. Like, the president John F. Kennedy at the time told him he couldn't.
And that's
because he was black.
Yeah, and that's the issue. And they tackled that in this show, which I applaud them for that. They definitely tackled. If you haven't seen the show, I guess spoiler alert.
No, don't spoil it. I want to watch it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna just say they tackle a black man being a superhero in
the 1960s.
Was
it Blue Marvel?
No,
it wasn't.
No. So they tackle that a little bit, and they also tackle. They also tackle the aspect of a black man with everything black people have been through in America being Captain America. So, like, why would you, like, as a black man, why would you even want to be Captain America after this country has done? So they tackle some interesting things in there, but it does not dominate the show at all. But it is a nice little conversation in there
that they don't want to get, a message that they don't want to receive.
So it was a great show. It's only 6 episodes. They probably about 45 minutes to an hour long each.
Oh, that's it. The Falcon and Winter Soldier is just 6 episodes.
Yeah, 6 episodes.
Oh, I was thinking about 10.
Yeah, 6 of them. But I would definitely.
So it's like the WandaVision thing.
Yeah, I would definitely check it out. So it was pretty good.
And it said in 1962, Blue Marvel received the President's Medal of Freedom from John F. Kennedy on the day the president asked him to retire. Yeah, man. It had been discovered by the public that he is an African American.
Yeah.
Wow.
After wearing a full face helmet.
We have been getting this short end of the stick for so long, like even in cartoons and movies.
Yeah.
Are you serious? That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's interesting. There's something in there with Falcon and the Winter Soldier with that, but yeah, that's.
Hey man, since we're here, did anybody watch the Oscars?
I did not.
Academy Awards? No.
I paid attention to it. I looked at some of the winners and things like that, but I didn't actually watch it.
Okay, so the big we ain't got to stay on it long, but the big topic of that night was Chadwick Boseman,
right?
And how he lost to Anthony Hopkins in The Father. I think that's what it's called.
I believe so.
But yeah, so pretty much from all the commercials, everything leading up to this, it was surrounded around, the hype of the night was around Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and, his last performance and how great he did. And they actually tweaked the show because at the end of, if you watch the Oscars or the Academy Awards, at the end of the show, the big award is the best film, right? Mm-hmm. But they actually put that second to last and had the lead actor, the best lead actor
as the last
one, and they set it up. It was climactic, and then they gave it to Anthony Hopkins, and then it was crazy. Right after that, they just like shut the show. They ended the show.
Just got out of there.
Yeah,
they
didn't say no. Hey, thank y'all for coming out. It's been a great da da da. They just ended it. They ran the crit. Like they even did the memoriam fast as shit. Like all right, guys. I know we're gonna have a lot of hate from Black Twitter tonight, guys.
You know why I think that they did that is because you know how like there's a whole bunch of people suing the Grammys. They suing like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and all that for their Grammy performance. Yeah, they've been trying to find ways, because the Grammys was way too black for most people. But I think that same crowd is the same crowd that they had to make sure that they couldn't give Chadwick that award.
Come on, man.
Man, I feel like it was really just set up for him to win, honestly, and with them, celebrating him during that, it kind of, and I have not seen The Father, but
bro, nobody's seen The Father.
Yeah,
I ain't heard nobody talk about that movie.
I've never heard of that movie. But it may be a good movie. But
who was all in that category? You got to pull it up.
For Best Actor, it's so it was Anthony Hopkins for The Father. It's Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal, Stephen Yeun for Minari, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and Gary Oldman for Mank.
Yeah, there's no reason that Chadwick shouldn't have won that category.
Man, if y'all seen that movie, man,
there's no reason.
He killed it, bro.
Yes.
He killed Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
It's and they were also upset not only with Chadwick Boseman and not winning. It was also who was it? Lady, pull that up.
Yeah, man. But I don't know, bro. Like, speaking of, and I think that was part of the reason that Shaka King. Yeah, it was Shaka King that did what was the Fred Hampton movie? Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why they didn't add, Daniel Kaluuya or what's his name? What's the other guy's name? Lakeith Stanfield to lead, to best actors, best lead actor. I don't know if y'all don't watch it, but they in their category was best supporting role.
Yeah, it was a supporting role.
Both of them was best supporting role in the same category for the same movie. So.
Yeah, and Daniel Kaluuya ended up winning that one.
Yeah.
But people were upset about Viola Davis not winning Best Actress.
They gave it to that crazy lady.
Frances McDormand.
Yeah.
For Nomadland.
Man, she had a movie that came out, I think it was like 2018 or something like that. some shit about the posters or something. I can't think of the name of the movie, but that lady is like she's an actress, bro. She's a thespian. I think that's what they call them, right?
I just think that they didn't, the Grammys was too black and they didn't want to have 2 award shows taken away from them. So, yeah, it's fucked up, but it is what it is.
Did y'all watched Mortal Kombat?
Oh man, loved it.
It was A1. I'm not gonna
What
even
y'all
lie.
think? What you think, Mike?
I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I feel like it was action packed from the first 5 seconds of the movie. I love the way they kind of stuck alongside with the characters and the storyline. I think that they made Liu Kang a little soft, because Liu Kang was badass in the first Mortal Kombat movies. I could have did without. I honestly, I don't. The new guy, what's his name?
Cole Young.
Yeah, Cole.
Who the fuck was he?
They just made that up, and I could have did without him, but I could see why for the storyline. I guess it made sense, but yeah, overall, I would say like if I was to rank the 3 Mortal Kombat movies, I would say in order from best to worst, which I don't think they all were bad, but I would say the first Mortal Kombat is still number 1 for me. The new one is number 2, and Annihilation is number 3.
What'd you think about it, Peanut?
Man, I thought it was good, man. I think it got a lot of criticism from people because it's not a Marvel movie. First of all, if y'all haven't seen the movie, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's not a Marvel movie. So don't go in expecting like the greatest like visual effects, like or the same origin stories. You're not gonna get that. Like if you didn't grow up watching Mortal Kombat and you think you're just gonna jump into Mortal Kombat and be like, this is the greatest shit ever. You didn't put in enough time as us.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I was seeing characters, I was like, oh shit, that's Sonya Blade. Bro.
Exactly.
That's Jax. That's Liu Kang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's Goro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, Shang Tsung. I was like,
Raiden.
Oh, Raiden. I was like, bro, this shit is. I was like, oh shit, that's Scorpion. I was like, oh shit, this is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was alright. It was alright. I think it has some potential for the sequel.
Man, I think that they can. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but to like close my point, I think that they have the opportunity to do what Marvel is like to parallel it, to go into like the MKU, like the Mortal Kombat.
Johnny Cage is gonna be good when they have Johnny Cage come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think they got potential. This one, it wasn't that great, but I appreciate what they tried to do. Like you said, Liu Kang he got beat up in every fight he was in, even though he didn't lose no fights, but he was losing every fight, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, because he was like the badass one.
Yeah, it was weird. My boy Kung Lao came in clean. That's my nigga. Shout out Kung Lao. That nigga fly with the hat. But I'm mad he died off because he was one of the best parts of the movie.
He died off quick. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, they kind of have to kill him off, but
yeah,
I was still sad about it. But I think Sub-Zero was well done.
I just wonder why they made him so old though.
You mean like his age?
Yeah, like an older character. Like
well, I mean, because
they had to with the Scorpion.
Yeah,
because he was killing off his bloodline, so they had to make him a older character.
Well, I mean, even still, like the actor who plays him is probably only like 40 or something like that. But he dies off. Well, I don't want to tell what's gonna happen in the future, but he'll be back.
Yeah, he said they signed him on for 5 more seasons, made 5 more movies.
Yeah, he'll be
no
back.
Shit.
Yeah. He'll just be a different character.
Hey man, when I seen that part where like. And this ain't a spoiler alert, but when I seen him use this, like his ice for the first time, and he froze his family and shit, I was like,
that was fucked up.
I was like, bro, that shit is just like the video game.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it has some bright spots. Like I said, I think it has a lot of potential.
You get some better writers.
Hey, they did all their own stunts. All the characters did their own stunts and everything. So I appreciate that.
The Cole nigga, he's got to go. He's got to get out of here.
I don't think
he was bland, and his character wasn't really needed. I'm mad. The no name nigga bodied Goro. I was like, come on now, really? Me watching the no name nigga kill Goro. I'm like, okay, bro, y'all gotta chill now.
I mean, he had to do it just so Scorpion can come from hell.
No, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that at all.
For that storyline, they did.
They could have done something completely different. But
I agree.
understand. But I understand they wanted to. But I understand they wanted to.
It shouldn't have been that. Shouldn't have been. I know what they were trying to do, but that shouldn't have been the end. Not don't kill Goro in the first movie.
Yeah, I think they're gonna bring him back, but the fact that he got killed, it just bugged me. The fact that he got killed by the no name nigga, I'm like, come on, bro. But that's cool, whatever. Y'all want to do that? That's fine. I think he's gonna come back anyway.
Yeah, he might not be dead.
Yeah, I think a lot of Mortal Kombat people don't never be dying, but yeah, Kano was good. I thought he was great. He was great comedic relief, and I understand why they didn't even have Johnny Cage in this movie because his personality too would have. Them type of personalities, they kind of overpower the story. So like everybody loved Kano because he was the comic relief. Johnny Cage obviously in the sequel, his personality is going overpower, and that kind of what happened on the first movie, the one back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. Overall, like I said, it was cool. I think it has a lot of potential. I appreciate them staying faithful to a lot of the source material. When I saw my nigga Kung Lao do his fatality, I was like, oh my god, y'all get the buzz saw. I'm like,
soon as Scorpion came from hell and he was like, get over here, I was like, yes.
Yeah, honestly with Scorpion, I thought the actor, like, I liked Scorpion, everything was great and everything. I just feel like the actor's just a little too small. Like, he's just a little small. Yeah, because he just needs to be a little bit bigger. Scorpion was swole, boy. Yeah, he just needs to be. That's my one critique about his outfit. Like, I like Scorpion was great and everything, but I just wish he was just a little bit bigger, and Raiden also was. I don't know what they was doing with him, but. They didn't even have. I wish they would have put that little black skin tight thing on his face, so at least he would have looked like him a little bit. But but no, yeah, the fights was great. It was a lot of blood. It was fatalities. I liked the second half of the movie. I felt like really picked up. The first part of the movie, I feel like they was kind of the pacing was a little off. But
did you wish they would like finish him?
They said finish him and stuff.
They said
well, like the character. Well, they didn't want to overdo it. Yeah. I wish they would have played the little theme music a little more too as well. I mean, they played it a decent time when Scorpion. I guess these spoilers. But
the ending they played it, but it was like there was sometimes I was like, man, I just wanted somebody to say finish him.
Y'all know what else was missing?
What?
The whoopsie.
Oh well, shoot! They should do that when Johnny Cage comes. I bet they probably do that when Johnny Cage comes. Yeah. When Johnny Cage comes, that'll be. So, like I said, I was super excited for this movie. Right now, it was the top streaming HBO movie that's released this year. So it beat Godzilla vs Kong the first weekend.
I couldn't even finish that movie.
I didn't even watch it.
I watched the first 15 minutes. I was like, nah.
Yeah. So it's good signs for the sequel. I'm looking forward to the sequel. They should bring in a bunch of new people and some other characters that we been waiting to see. I think the second one will be a lot better. I think the first one was just it was a little struggle, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Like I said, it got a ton of potential. I enjoyed it. It was little fights, a lot of blood, fatalities. I can't complain too much, man.
And they actually recorded this during the pandemic too, right? They recorded this last year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And I mean, you can tell because it like when you watch it, like you said, it's not like a high budget movie. It's not like you're not gonna see just the craziest special effects and nothing like that, but. Like I said, I feel like they still stay true to Mortal Kombat for the most part. So I think if you like Mortal Kombat, you'll enjoy it. You may not just love it. I still like the original one better, the one in the 90s. But I did enjoy watching this movie, and I'm looking forward to the sequels.
Yeah, me too.
What else we got on TV? Snowfall?
Man... Yeah, we can talk about Snowfall. It was the episode was very underwhelming. It was underwhelming. The episode was underwhelming.
So Snowfall ain't the greatest show, huh?
Nah, it's still.
It's still up there. Okay.
Nah, but it's the episode was just underwhelming, man. Compared to 8 and 9, when 10 rolled around. I feel like that they were trying to close it out, and I think they didn't know how. Like, how are we gonna finish this season off? Like, what are we gonna do? I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah, you can. We've been spoiling it this whole time.
okay, all right.
Gotta
Well,
spoil everything else.
yeah. Well, after it for me, it made me feel like Franklin's father, Alton, he did it all for nothing.
Yeah.
He did it all for nothing. He was talking to the reporter Irene. He went to these radio stations and he was just talking to. And I know the guy's name. I'll spill the information, and then for him to be like, all right, son, you know. And I know he loved Franklin's mom and shit, and that's the reason why he did it. But I was like, that's a bitch ass way to go out. Yeah. Like, bro, don't do all this. Don't be like this Black Panther. Like, hate the United States government, and you know, then go out that way. Mm-hmm. Because you did it all for nothing. At least finish the job and then get the fuck on with your family. You know what I'm saying? Or with your wife. You know, but I feel like
he set himself up for what he had coming.
Yeah, but not only that though. I feel like Franklin and his mama set his daddy up too. If y'all notice at the end of the episode, like she's like, "Oh, baby, I'm about to go out to town to the market that I seen to look," and then he like, "All right," and then she left, walked out the door, and literally, fucking Reed Thompson walks in with the pistol in his hand. While his pops is sitting down, and then that's how it ends. But
yeah,
I went back and watched this episode, right? So that when they were on the tarmac, when they would get on the plane, like after they said their goodbyes and shit, Franklin's mama looked down at Franklin from the steps, and he looked up at her, and then she looked like shook her head, yes, like
it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, and I was like, oh fuck, shit. So, and I didn't think first. I was like, I didn't think that she set him up like that until I went back and watched it. I was like, yeah, she want to go back to her son, to her son and make that money.
Yeah,
because she rather be with him than with Alden anyway.
Yeah,
because she gonna choose Franklin over Alden every time.
For sure. Yeah, that's good. She just didn't want to see it and done in front of them. That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Or because Franklin was willing to go against Reed. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, that's my family. You ain't gonna kill him. Let me. Franklin, he's the one. Like, I'm gonna handle it. Let me handle it my way. And I think Reed allowed him to handle it the way that he wanted to, but he was still
gonna kill him.
He was still gonna kill him anyway.
Yeah. Nah, man. I'm excited. We'll see how they. I think this next season gonna be the last season still, though.
I think we only need 5 seasons of anything.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a good.
That's
season.
a good point. Usually, a good show 5 seasons is usually their best. That best phase. Yeah.
Man, let's go out and say that FX is one of the greatest stations. Like,
what all they got?
Man, they got Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Atlanta fell off the last season though.
Actually, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't the best. You're right, but I liked it still. But no, they got Atlanta, man. They got,
and we haven't had Atlanta in like 3-4 years.
Yeah, I know, but
Dave was good.
Dave was good.
Dave, we got Snowfall. They got the fucking Mayans.
Yeah. FX do got a lot of good. Yeah, FX got a lot. Of
FX just used to be a movie station.
It did.
Show westerns and shit.
I'm trying to think. What else have I watched recently?
So. I know I watched. This is a few weeks back. It was called. It was a little short film, probably like 20 minutes long, with Joey Badass. It was called Two Different Strangers.
Oh yeah, like Two Distant Strangers or whatever.
Yeah.
They
Two Different Strangers.
They won an Oscar last night too.
And that documentary, it hit home. We don't have to talk about it too much, but it was just like he kept on reliving this nightmare of him getting killed by the police officers, and it didn't matter how he tried to explain to the dude, like, he didn't do anything, but he was like, even got him on his side, like, hey, I keep having like a deja vu moment, and you keep killing me. Like, what do I gotta get you to do for you to stop killing me? But it was like nothing he could do would prevent him from dying from the hands of a police officer. And it hit home. It was a real deep movie. I think Joey Badass is a great actor.
He is.
So yeah, it's a hit home. We don't have to talk about it much because we're done talking about the depressed stuff. But it's a good little 15-20 minute little short film if you're interested in watching it.
Yeah, man. Shout out Joey Badass.
What's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've been. I know on Netflix. I think
no,
I
is
watched.
It on Netflix?
It's I think it is on Netflix. I think it is. It's I think one of them. But shoot, I was watching Shadow and Bone.
What's that about?
I don't know. It was like based. It was like one of the Netflix shows that was based on like a book or something, like almost like a Harry Potter thing, I think. But it was not. I ain't finished it yet. I just kind of started it, but it's kind of.
Have y'all started watching Them on Amazon Prime?
Nah, probably won't watch it.
It's not that great.
Yeah,
People
I
hype
probably
it
won't
up.
watch
Yeah, I remember some wild stuff about it.
Yeah,
It's not even that wild. Like, people were just doing too much. Like, I haven't finished it yet, but it's not that great. Like, people was like, oh, you can't even make it to episode 5. That shit is not scary. It's not, it's, people hype that up way too much.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch it, but because we was talking about that before with like the Lena Waithe stuff with
Oh yeah.
just constantly seeing black trauma and stuff like that.
Guess what's not a black trauma?
What's that?
So
So
guess who won an Oscar
and
yesterday?
it won an Oscar.
They won an Oscar?
Oh,
They did.
yeah.
That was a good
Best
movie.
animated. I knew it was gonna win Best Animated.
That was a really good movie.
Man.
And I think dang, I gotta pull it up, but I think Jamie Foxx may be the first black actor to win.
Well,
Voiceover? Doing that? That's
Oh, no, yeah.
For like
for
for like an
animation?
animated.
Yeah, and he's Pixar's first black leading actor.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's Disney's Pixar first leading actor. Most viewed Pixar movie.
Wow.
And they won an Academy Award.
Shout out to Jamie Foxx. He also has a new Netflix series on called Dad Stop Embarrassing Me. It's a pretty cool little sitcom.
Yeah,
So you can check that out too.
Yeah, I might support him. I'm waiting on that Mike Tyson movie though.
Yes, definitely waiting on that. That's
Waiting on that
gonna be
Mike
fire.
Tyson movie, man.
That's gonna be fire.
See, it's better than Ali.
Oh. Ooh. There we go. Oh, it's interesting. Interesting you say that. Comparing
Gotta go ahead and
Mike Tyson and Ali, and the actors who played them, who are playing them. So it was buzzing on the internet. People love to debate. We like to debate. Yeah. It was going around like, who is the actor with more range? Jamie Foxx or Will Smith?
okay, we gotta bring up a movie list.
Man, I'm gonna just go out there and say Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, what's your first instinct?
Jamie Foxx for sure. I think he's the most talented man in Hollywood.
Jamie Foxx would be my first instinct too. Honestly.
But we talking about strictly acting.
Yeah.
Strictly acting.
Strictly acting.
Strictly acting.
It's hard.
That's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough.
Okay, let's name off some movies to help us out.
It's tough.
I mean, for Jamie Foxx.
So Jamie Foxx
You gotta bring
has
up Ray.
Yep.
You gotta bring up
Project Power, Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
Let's see what else. Django. Jamie Foxx show.
What's that show that he was in? He played the violin? So he was the homeless guy.
Oh.
That played the instrument.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it though.
Yeah, he's a big. I'm gonna have to go with Jamie Foxx. Just as far as range go, is
Movie wise, I'm gonna have to go with Will. I think
range wise, I feel like
he was in Dreamgirls.
I feel like Jamie Foxx has exhibited more range.
for sure.
Now, I'm not saying that Will Smith ain't capable of it, but a lot of Will Smith's characters do kind of fall into the same vein. And Jamie Foxx has had a lot of
Booty Call.
Okay, it's classic. Don't forget what's that? Oh damn, I gotta think of it. But
He was in Living Color.
what's that movie with Neil Long? Held Up. That's my shit.
Yeah,
That's my shit. That's my shit.
Yeah.
He was in Annie. Okay, yeah, I'm going with Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx he has a wider range. I think Will Smith probably has more notable movies.
Yeah, but I do. Yeah, like you said, I think from the movies that they've done, and Will Smith has done some things where it required some range and things like that. I just feel like Jamie Foxx has done more.
Yeah, because Will Smith has The Pursuit of Happiness, Muhammad Ali,
7 pounds.
7 Pounds.
What's that?
Aladdin, Bad Boys.
What's that one movie? It's like Collateral Beauty.
Men
or
in
something
Black.
Like that.
Hitch. Independence.
I'm trying to
Day.
think of movies where he like really like showed like some like emotional
Like
range,
some chops.
like that. Like
Concussion.
the Collateral Beauty, maybe. Yeah. Ali, I'd give him some. But I feel like a lot of Will Smith's movies are more action comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in
romance.
Hancock.
Yeah. Will Smith almost becomes like an action star almost. Almost.
He had Shark Tale. Remember that movie? That was a good movie.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to Jamie Foxx. But not by a lot. Like not like he just blowing them out. But I'll just say that Jamie Foxx has shown more range. I won't say that he has more range, but he's shown more range in more movies. And that could just be movie choice. I don't know. But Will Smith is a great actor. So we all going Jamie Foxx, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he was a beast. Yeah, man, it's a lot of movies we didn't even name. Man, he was a beast in Law Abiding Citizen. I don't know if y'all seen that or not.
Yeah, of course.
Man, he killed it in Just Mercy. Yeah, man,
it's just like I said. Will Smith has more like notable movies, like
he's the bigger
star.
actor star.
Because I mean, Bad Boys Alone, and then like Men in Black, like those are like classics, you know. But yeah.
Okay. Fresh Prince or Jamie Foxx show?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to. It's 1A and 1B, bro. Because the Jamie Foxx show, bro. That was.
I watched the Jamie Foxx show more than I watched the Fresh Prince. I'm pretty sure I've watched Jamie Foxx show more than Fresh. Like I can. There's more quotables.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I have more quotables in my head from the Jamie Foxx show than I do the Fresh Prince.
There was Jamie Foxx. The Jamie Foxx show is very underrated. Like usually people talk about Fresh Prince and Martin. They'd be like, "Oh, Fresh Prince and Martin." Those are the two things. But Jamie Foxx show, crazy underrated. That show was so funny. But I will say, I like the Fresh Prince better. I feel like the Fresh Prince, out of all the black sitcoms, is the number one.
I don't feel like that. I don't feel that way.
I feel like it's an overall.
You said Fresh Prince?
Fresh Prince number one.
I don't feel like that.
Overall?
Yeah.
All black sitcom?
Yeah.
Man, honestly, bro, I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna just say it's Martin, bro.
See, Martin was funnier.
Martin
was funnier.
It gotta be, bro. There's way more memorable characters, way more quotable lines, bro.
Because Martin was more jokes. It's just it's straight jokes.
See, that's why I feel like
it's called a sitcom.
I have a lot of more quotables from other shows than Fresh Prince. Honestly,
Fresh Prince made you cry.
Yeah, because
made you laugh.
It was a more emotional message.
Fresh Prince was more well-rounded show.
Oh yeah, I think they had a wider budget, a bigger budget.
Yeah. Probably so.
It was an ABC show.
Probably so.
But speaking of Jamie Foxx and Will Smith, as far as range goes on TV shows, Will Smith definitely showed more range.
From the shows.
Yeah, from the show for sure. Because I mean, I think we all know that line. Well, why you don't want me, man?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the most iconic scene in sitcom history.
And the Jamie Foxx show, he was just being, it was jokes. It was like the Martin. It was like the Martin show. Yeah, it was like Martin.
No, because I mean, I think that the Jamie Foxx show was what Jamie Foxx wanted to be, but he really because before he actually had that show, like he was trying to start a music career, but he never like really blew up. And I think that's like what the spin of the Jamie Foxx show was, like him trying to be an upcoming artist.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about just the style of the show, like how they just it's jokes. Like the Jamie Foxx show it's straight jokes. Like they just joking around. Like I still remember the Ice Pick Isaacs episode. That mug. Boy,
I have more quotables from Jamie Foxx than Fresh Prince for sure.
Ice Pick Isaacs was cut from the.
And and I feel like that the wedding episode was like the best wedding episode on television.
That was a good one.
Yeah, because that song that he sung to Fancy. Daily be loving.
I don't know, but the wedding episode from Martin was good.
They said
that boy had Brian McKnight.
He did, but I don't know. I think that the way Jamie Foxx, I guess, seeing him chase after Fancy for so long, and like him asking her to marry him, and then I don't know. It was different. It was a different feel for me.
He said, Israel says, "Peace is out." And peace out is what they said to Ice Pick Isaacs when they cut him from the team.
This thing is wild.
Jamie Foxx show has a lot of quotables. I ain't gonna even lie.
That's funny. But yeah, Fresh Prince over everything though.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Martin on that, but
debatable.
Hey man, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. You know, Fresh Prince, Martin, the Wayans brothers, whatever you into.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wayne's Brothers was good too. Shout out
Wayne's
to
brothers got a lot of quotable. Pop that booty, booty, booty. Shake that booty.
I'm like, shh.
Don't tell nobody.
Hey
Wayne's
man.
Brothers was good.
Yeah. No, that was.
See, we need all them shows back, man. Oh, speaking of that new Jamie Foxx show, I watched some of it. It was alright.
cool.
It was alright. I saw an interview that said he wanted to do it because he was kind of jealous of Martin's show where he got to play all these different characters and kind of just have fun and have all these different things like that. So he wanted to do something similar to that, and
Him and his daughter actually wrote it. And,
Yeah.
And directed and produced the show. So.
Yeah, so shout out to them. I watched it. I tried to support. Hey, Jamie Foxx, like y'all said, he's super talented. He can do everything. Literally, he can do everything.
Sitcoms though now it's just weird.
It's tough
because have y'all watched the Family Reunion show on Netflix as well with TM?
I wasn't. Nah,
it's a good show, but it's just like different now. Like it's like it's not the same. We're so used to like reality TV and stuff now that it's not the same. Like, because they have like they film it in front of a live studio audience and stuff like they used to back in the day and all that. But it's just like the feel is like
it almost feels dated.
Yeah, it's kind of dated, and it's like, and I wanted sitcoms to make a comeback because I missed it, But it's just like weird though.
So is it too late for sitcoms?
I think
because I kind of got that same feeling when I was watching Jamie Foxx's new show. I was like, I'm not really.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Like,
This is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah, but Family Reunion is a good show. Nice little storyline. That's better than the new Jamie Foxx.
I'm sure it probably is.
But
I love Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, it's just different now. I'm trying to watch sitcoms, and it seems like Netflix is starting to acquire a lot of those shows now, to try to get them back out there. But I don't see them being as profitable as the sitcoms back in the 90s, early 2000s.
Nah, it's because everyone have their own streaming service now, man. It's tough.
I was show I was watching on Netflix actually was The Circle. You ever watch that? It's actually a reality show, and I don't usually watch reality shows, but for some reason this one really interests me.
The Circle. I feel like I watched
that. That's what it's about.
That's the one where like it's like almost like a social media challenge. It's like you take 10 people or whatever.
Oh, I didn't watch it. I seen
Yeah,
like
you put them in an apartment
so
they don't see each other, and their only mission is to become the most popular person there. And you win like $100,000 or something like that. But they can never see anybody. They can just, and you can be a catfish if you want to or whatever like that. So some people be catfishing, some people be real, I don't know why. Because I usually ain't really into reality shows. But this one, I've been watching faithfully. There's actually a few girls from there from Dallas, actually. Shout out to them.
So do you know any of these young ladies?
No, I don't know them.
Back from your Level days?
I don't know them.
Hey man, so the Level really burned down and you was bullshitting.
Level gone, man.
Hey, bruh, stop playing, bruh.
Level gone.
Is out of here for real?
Dang.
So no Level on Sundays no more?
No Level on Sunday. They be at Tate's now.
Who?
Tate's.
Tate's? Where's Tate's at?
It's in Uptown, but it's real small.
I still ain't made it in Tate's yet.
Shout out to
I
Tate's,
haven't
though.
been at Tate's. Davell, where am I gonna go for my birthday?
What day you gonna go? What day?
So this would probably be Saturday night,
Like a Saturday
Friday
night.
or Saturday.
Okay. You can go to Walk in Deep Ellum. Walk hard. Get you a section there.
Yeah, that was crazy. I went there with him. That shit was packed out. It was popping.
We have to check it out. We might have to check it out.
Yeah, man. Like the front of it is like all black people, and then in the back is Asians.
Wow.
Like for real, like in the kitchen is Asians for real. Like that shit is like it's a. You just
And it's called Walk.
Yeah.
WOK.
Yeah, it used to be called Bitter End, but yeah, now it's called Walk Hard.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
What else we got on the agenda?
Man, y'all want to get into Steve Harvey or nah?
The Steve Harvey thing. I think.
We got it.
Yeah.
I'm down
Deep,
for whatever.
deep,
We here.
A deep conversation.
Man,
Let's get into it.
we got some more wine.
Oh yeah, I got you. Appreciate you. So yeah, if y'all didn't see it,
You got the clip, like?
Oh
I sent it
yeah.
to you.
Let me pull it up. Let Steve Harvey do the talking himself. I ain't gonna speak for that man.
Let's see here.
friends are men. I don't have male friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this myth right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor. And trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity. Because we're guys.
Men think this way?
99.9% of us think that way.
He will slide in that crack.
People gonna just clip that and use it for some homo type stuff.
Yeah, that's what it already happened.
Oh, see.
Yeah, I heard it on the Breakfast Club. Yeah, so what y'all think about? What y'all think about Steve Harvey?
I mean, that's something that I'm gonna leave for y'all because he's saying that you can't be friends with a girl.
What do I think?
Yeah.
So what I think is, first of all, I think his percentage is wrong. It's 95%. It's 95% of it.
Yeah, 95, bro.
I think there's some truth to that. There's some truth. There are a lot of guys and I can speak from my own experience. Like, I've been friends with girls that I would have definitely had sex with. I've been friends with girls that I would not have. I think he's saying that first scenario. So I'm okay. We're just gonna say it because he said to the girl, "You're an attractive woman." Mm-hmm. So let's say you've got a very attractive woman and she has a guy friend. I could see where he's coming from on that because I think that the guy would. I don't know if I'd say, okay, I guess it depends on how attractive she is. You know what? In this example, I'm going to say I agree.
So you're not spineless?
It's spineless. Not today. Spine intact today.
Man.
For this example, because I can't say just all women and all men or whatever like that. But for an example of I'm picturing but
you can't say you just agree with that scenario.
Okay,
but I guess because that's you said 99.9% of all men. He did, but he did say to the girl, "You're an attractive woman." So the basis you have to be attractive.
So It's just so I think what we're getting is girls and guys can't be friends.
I think if they are both, if the world finds them both physically attractive, above an above average attractiveness, I would say no. I mean, they could be friends, but if the question is would he ever have sex with her, then I would be like, okay, well then no. But they could be friends. But if the question is, would he have sex with her, then I would say, oh, yeah, he would.
So you're saying, all right, we can be friends, but the level of attractiveness depends on, if I would, hit or not. So that's basically...
Well, I mean, they could go on, be friends, and never have sex. But
if they look
good... If we saying what Steve Harvey is saying, where he's saying that if he had a chance to, he would, then I would agree with that.
Okay. I would agree with that, but in totality, I would
not every single man.
I would say he's full of shit.
Yeah,
I would say he's full of shit because I mean, come on, bruh. From if you just analyze that little soundbite, with him starting off saying, "Okay, so you're an attractive woman, right?" And she's like, "Okay, yeah." She's agreeing.
I tried.
She knows she looked good. Right?
I tried.
Whoever she was.
You know.
All right, so she know that she looked good. So all right, I'm gonna set it up like that. Boom. All right, she's in agreement with me that she looks good. So I'm gonna phrase it that if you're friends with the guy, then there's a 99.9% chance that he don't want to be just friends with you. He want to be intimate with you on the basis of how you look.
Oh.
not because of who you are or
Okay.
the friendship, like if it's platonic or not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. The way you going with it. Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
That's what I'm saying. That's bullshit. Because there's like, I'm fairly certain like you can be friends with someone that looks good.
Yes,
bro. And
you can definitely, and because what you saying is on the basis of the entire relationship.
Yeah.
I think what Steve Harvey was focusing on is just the fact that
if you look good, I'm a fuck. Like that. That's what it was.
Well, yeah, I don't agree with that. I agree with he would, if not, because it's almost a difference. Like it's like he wants to and like he would. There's like that's what I'm kind of differentiating for. But between like he wants to, like he actively wants to, or like he just would if it was just
like
thrown to him.
opportunity.
Yeah, if he was just thrown to him, like
then
yeah, he would.
That
so
makes
that
sense.
on that point, like
That
he
makes
would on the he would point, I would say okay, yeah, that's most men. On that the part that you just said, where like he wants to. Then I'm gonna be like, okay. Then I'm gonna say that my percentage is going down. It's gonna go down.
Yeah, because all right. So men, like, yeah, all right. So men, like, if we, all right. Let's say, right, Davell, you meet a lady, right? Like, you talk to her or whatever, and there's potential there. Like, I think a lot of guys talk to a lot of chicks that are beautiful, like and the premise is like, all right, man, she look good, bro. I'm gonna see what I can do to smash. I'm gonna try to get to know her. Yada yada, right? But then, and this is beautiful women too. It's not just all women, bro. It's just
right.
Like you get to know her, right? And you be like, bro, this chick is dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, or she can't hold the conversation.
Yeah.
Or she doesn't have anything going for, especially if you're a person with drive for yourself. Like, cause I have homies now that was like, man, I had to stop talking to this chick cause she don't want to do nothing.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
also,
and like a dude, yeah, like given the opportunity, I wouldn't even say just the opportunity. Depending on the circumstances, the dude, but like, yeah, even with all of these flaws, that I see, I would still hit.
Yeah.
Right. That's most men.
Right.
Right. But a lot of dudes would be like, bro, if I do it, then I already know how it's gonna be.
Yeah. I agree with that because there are girls out there that no matter how they can be super fine, and then just something about their personality or the way they think or something like that. Something about it just.
Can I chime in from a woman's perspective?
Yeah.
All right. So from a woman's perspective, I feel like most guys feel that. I want to word this. I feel like most guys, when they meet a girl, if she's highly attractive or smashable, right? I feel like they feel like most guys feel like they could smash any woman that they come across. I think from a woman's perspective, we are more likely to friend zone a guy, and then it's kind of like as we friend zone them, is in like, okay, it ain't gonna go that route, and that's how like the friendship forms, per se. So I can say that's why I believe that like guys and girls can be friends, but I feel like it's ultimately the female that friend zones the guy first, for that friendship to form.
Well, by Kevin Samuel's logic, no, I'm just.
Yeah, and I mean, and that can definitely happen.
Yeah,
that happens a lot where a woman and that is actually playing into what Steve Harvey is saying actually. Yeah, because he wanted you and you friend zoned him.
So I'm gonna work hard.
So he was like, I'm gonna just stick around. Yeah,
open.
I'm gonna stick around till that crack slide a little open, and I'm gonna slide right in that crack.
With no loop. No.
So that's actually kind of going to what he's saying, but I agree with Peanut. It kind of depends on the mindset, like, and that's where I differentiate between is whether he just would or he like actively just wants to.
I am not gonna lie, bro. Like I'm married. Even if I wasn't married, just with where I am now, like mentally, right? I would probably rather hang out with more women than dudes, right?
Why you say that?
Because, man, women be having their shit together.
They gonna say you spineless. Man,
I don't give a damn what they say. Bro. You stupid. No, because if you think about it, man, like how many times you try to get some shit together with your homies, man, and the shit just be all fucked up.
No. Women definitely got everything together. They gonna take care of everything. They give you tangible things that you can actually do. Like your homies will be like, oh yeah, you should do that, whatever. But women will be like, okay, you need to do this and that, and then you can do this.
Like,
you can get that there.
And not only that, your female friend holds you accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Cynthia Robinsons and Cindy's in the world.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man.
Yeah, you definitely right about that, but I wouldn't want to hang around all women. Just because women they be like
nagging.
huh?
You saying we nag?
Huh?
You saying that we be nagging?
Nah, y'all just like women get upset easily over little things, like, and they they get in a bad mood, and especially with other women around.
No, I'm not saying that's like the basis of your friend.
Oh,
like
but
your
just
friends.
hang around,
yeah, man. Like just when you know that there's time to get some shit done.
Oh yeah, you definitely want a woman on your team.
Yeah,
you
for sure,
it.
man.
You need it actually.
For sure.
I mean, you can do it on yourself, but it's gonna be harder.
Man. Yeah, but I don't know, man. But Steve Harvey, he was right.
It just depends on what aspect he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because the way you explained it, because at first I was seeing it from that way, but the way you explained it made me think a little different. So yeah, I mean, obviously men and women can be friends. Obviously, there's gonna be some attraction here and there and whatnot, and glass of rosé, hey, make it all go away. So I mean,
this guy.
I support platonic relationships. How would you feel? Okay, let's. We probably touched on this before at one time. How would y'all feel if y'all significant other had the opposite sex best friend?
Best friend? We have talked about that before.
We might have. I'm sure we probably have.
Man, it depends, bro.
Yeah, I think
it depends,
have.
Man.
But for me, like, I wouldn't feel no type of way about it. It would, and we did talk about this before. It would just be like if you coming on like sexually and real flirtatious, touchy and feely and stuff like that, then it'll kind of, I have to put a halt to that. But if you just have like a true friendship, like I have with my best guy friends, then ain't nothing wrong with that. I feel like you have to have a balance.
Yeah, man. I mean, cause like Nike said, some of these friendships form off of
friend zone,
trying to be together and not working, or even they might have even tried. Maybe they dated each other and it didn't work out, and they decided, we just gonna be friends, and now they best friends. Oh,
see,
let's
that's a little different.
Let's see. Okay,
that's a little different.
Now I got another question. And I guess my question is if they dated and probably had sex, most likely, I guess, but it just didn't work out, and they became friends. So now they good friends and stuff, and whatever. How does that go down? Yeah,
that's different. That's different because, when you experience somebody sexually, then there's some soul tie that you have there. So regardless if you say you're friends or not, there's still something there that can spark at any moment. So
none of that.
Nah, I couldn't. And I actually have like my best friend, me and him. We had a conversation when he got together with his now wife about that. And when they started getting serious and stuff like that, and he was telling like who like he hang out with that he has messed with, and vice versa or whatever. She did the same thing, and they kind of just set the ground rules. And she was like, like the ones that he messed with, that he hung out with, she was like, I don't feel comfortable with that, so you gotta like nip that in the butt, like, but you could still hang out with like Nike and all them because y'all actually have like a friendship, right? And at first I didn't understand. I was like, man, that's kind of fucked up, because it was just like a one-time deal. It wasn't even like a relationship thing. But then I was like, it makes sense too, because soul ties is a real thing. So.
Yeah. I get that. And before, back when I was young, I would have reacted a little different to that, like what, but I get it, and I think it's important to talk about those things and talk about what makes you uncomfortable. You don't want to let it sit there and fester, and then when one day you blow up or something like that. So it's good to talk about those things, talk about the things that's uncomfortable, even if you feel like it might be small or whatever, things like that. But yeah, I agree with that.
So Nike, do you think like women think like that as well?
As far as what?
Like the opposite, like if the role, like the genders were reversed in this sense of what Steve Harvey was talking about.
No, because
No.
I feel like women, we feel like we could be friends with guys, and without like any attachment. Like we don't. I don't feel like like. I think like when we see guys, like we automatically know like if we're sexually attractive or not. So if we feel that like this guy is cool, so you just gonna keep him in the cool film. But if you like, oh yeah, he fine, then it's like you're gonna push for a relationship, well, potentially dating. But if he kind of puts you in the friend zone, then it's just like, okay, I'm gonna fall back.
Okay, so we can all agree on this, then, right? The person has to be attractive.
To you, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you might have the one-offs where, like, personality or something like that. You eventually, like, start falling for him. Like, okay, such and such is kind of cute now. Like, after just having, like, a friendship.
Hit that 1-2 joke on you.
Yeah, because, like, you start getting your girlfriends in your ear. Like, y'all actually kind of look cute together. And then you be like, you know what? We do kind of look cute together. So you might have those one-offs.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. I get that. I know women got to be a little more emotionally invested for it to.
But at the same time too, though, man, I feel like Steve Harvey. It's easy for Steve Harvey to say that because majority of his base is women. Majority of the people that listen to him is women. Yeah. He had a book catered to women called "How to Think Like a Man," if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It was him, right?
Yeah.
Turned into a movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely he knows his audience and he caters to them. That's important. Yeah, it's important to cater to your audience. But that was interesting. I agree with Nike. I'm not a woman, and I would never speak for a woman. But I would say that's what I would guess is that women, it wouldn't work the same as women. They wouldn't look at it that same way as men would look at it.
Yeah. What else we got?
Interesting question. I guess we can get into music, I guess.
Alright, say let's play this music, new music. Alright, did anything come out?
Moneybag Yo.
Yes, sir.
Corday dropped a little EP.
Yeah, I like Corday. Yeah, that was good.
It was
what I need.
It was fire.
Yeah, that Dream in Color was hard.
I need that. I need the Corday.
Yeah.
Ah, dang.
Album on the way. I haven't listened to Moneybag Yo album yet.
Oh yeah, I listened to it when I was in the gym. It was
Mo
pretty good.
and Zaytoven. Motoven.
Yeah, that's actually good.
I haven't listened.
Yeah, the album is actually fire. That's fire right there.
What else just came out?
You sure you got some Slim Thug?
What?
Or am I tripping? When did this come out? Oh yeah, this just came out. Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, still pretty light. Nothing too crazy. I guess everybody's still scared because Drake hasn't dropped yet. I don't know.
Yeah, but have you heard Unruly by 5 Foreign?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, man. NBA YoungBoy dropped a couple tracks. We played the new Mozzie and YG.
Mhm.
Yeah, that dropped. All right, so Moray.
Trenches.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Moray, but like his hooks are just too perfect. His hooks are just too perfect, man. He got his hooks are just a little too like pristine, man. Yeah, he going places. He going places though. Shout out to him, man. But yeah, man. Other than that,
Alright, getting to this Sayless play this.
yeah.
Alright, so I'm actually gonna play something off of Corday's new EP titled Just Until. So Just Until the album. And it's kind of where I'm at right now. It's called Thornton Street.
shit, how we gonna follow up that?
Yeah, man, I love Corday, man. I gotta listen to that. Man.
Yeah, he the future, man.
Who wanna go next?
Shit, I go. I already know what I'm gonna play. I'm gonna take mine, you know, a little further into the streets. You know, this one is by Bino Rideau and Drakeo the Ruler. It's called Incredible. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I hope you got your 5. I got several. Yeah, man. Shout out to Bino Rideau, man.
Man, I really don't have a playlist. Say let's play this, but I was a little busy this weekend. But I'm gonna go ahead and play some of Moneybag Yo album because I fucks with Moneybag. I wish people call me Moneybag. Honestly,
They don't?
they don't.
Moneybagville.
They don't say that not once.
They probably did this weekend though. Boy, he was in all the hot spots, boy. That boy had a section everywhere he went. 5 days in a row, including brunch and day parties.
Dang.
Holla at him.
Sheesh.
Swear to God.
I'm gonna play this.
Bro, that fit your lifestyle right now, huh? That fit your lifestyle huh, right now, brother.
Hey, I like that set it off reference. Yeah. I'm in the bind, Nate.
Hey, man. Alright, so that Moneybag Yo album, first of all, is fire. Features, we got Cash Page, Big 30 from Memphis. As y'all heard, Future, we got Trip Star, Polo G, Lil Durk, Pharrell Williams, and the goddess Janae Aiko.
That's crazy.
I'm about to check that album out.
Yeah, man. That's a good album. It's a good album. That boy ain't waste a bar. He ain't waste a bar.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Cat for the wine.
Yeah, shout out Cat.
She don't know that it's gone.
She don't know when this episode drop.
She like, you was drinking with my wine. That's my wine that y'all was drinking. Nah, man. Is there anybody that you want to give flowers to? We need to give people their roses while they can smell them.
I'm always give shout out Kanye West, man. Shout out Kanye West making big moves. He just sold some sneakers.
His first.
Yeah, those Yeezys that he wore during the Grammys.
Yeah, during the Grammys, during the Taylor Swift thing, right?
Yeah, sold for like 1.7 million or something like that. Something crazy.
Yeah, the Yeezy jumped over the jump, man. Huh?
Hey, Yeezy jumped over the jump, man. So,
way up.
So I'm always giving
man, and you right, bro. And shout out to Kanye West too, man, because he donated. I don't know if he donated. I ain't gonna say donated, but he first of all, had. Well, it wasn't Louis. What company was it? It was a big company, man. A big fashion house. Make shirts for DMX. For the
yeah, it was was it
I can't remember who it was.
No.
I think it might have been Javinci or Louis, one of them.
Somebody,
one of the big ones.
Not only that, man, he had his Kanye Sunday service sing at the memorial. They did that performance. He also provided the stage and the lighting and all that for the service at the Barclays, man. So shout out to Kanye.
That's my man.
They did it. They did it right for DMX homegoing service.
Shout out to Ye, man.
The Rough Riders did their thing. They sent him off well. Yeah. Rest in peace, DMX.
Yeah, man.
All right.
You got somebody you want to give your flowers to? Was that at night?
Go ahead and give him the yay. Go ahead and give him the yay, Nate.
I'll give him to my fellow Gemini. Yeezy. Our birthday's coming up. Our time to shine is coming.
Yeah, you powered up right now.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna give my flowers to my mom, man. She doing this 30-day gift thing for me.
That's pretty lit.
She got the whole entryway decorated and filled with gifts.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, 30 gifts for my 30th. So I open a gift a day up until my birthday. So yeah, it's a dope idea. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, go to my Instagram page, check it out. Book my mom.
Your mama really love you, bro.
Yeah, man. I thought she loved me at first. I walked in and thought it was for me. I was like, wait, 30? Yeah, I am turning 30. Whoa, y'all didn't even have to do all this. But then it was all in pink. Y'all didn't have to do all this. The pink is throwing me off, but it's okay. I like the thought. It's the thought that matters.
I just look at his rose gold.
Oh yeah, that's for a king. So, but I was just confused when there's all these pieces of Nike and stuff. I was like,
in my house.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know. I guess I didn't get to send you mine, so I don't know.
Man, it's fine. Yeah. I ain't never had that.
We'll have her make something for you for your 30th. It won't be as extravagant.
Yeah, just give me a little shelf. That's all I need. Just a little shelf.
She'll do it too, for sure. Don't tell her, she'll do it.
Man, how come you don't want me, man?
You don't love me no more. Man, y'all got any Say Let's Do Mores?
Shit, man. Yeah. Say let's do more. I ain't gonna talk shit about the non-vaxxers, man. But CDC said we can go outside now.
We outside.
You know what I'm saying? Without our masks, we can sit in groups and shit like that. Without our masks, because we out here. We was helping make the world a better place.
And we're getting free Krispy Kremes.
Man, do we?
Yeah.
For real?
You take your vaccination card to Krispy Kreme and get a free dozen.
A free dozen?
Yeah.
We lit.
A free? No way.
Yeah, you get a free dozen.
You're lying to me.
I swear.
Dang.
We outside, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up episode, what's this, 43?
43.
Episode 43 of the Sayless Podcast. Make sure you follow us on social media. That's at The Sayless Podcast. That's at The Sayless Podcast. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it. We need to get our followers up. Keep on commenting on our YouTube videos, man. We appreciate the love, the hate, all that. It's just free publicity for us. So yeah, comment on that. Follow us. Yeah, man. I think last episode was probably one of our better episodes. So if this is your first time tuning in to the Say Less podcast, make sure you check out episode 42 and episode 4. Those is our favorite podcast episodes. So make sure you check those two out. If you have any questions, feel free to DM or email us at
saylesspodcast4@gmail.com, and that's saylesspodcast, the number 4 @gmail.com.